I'm sure that's the way. Those old towns have so much history to them.
Yeah, personality.
First, that's it. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And personality. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very, very true. You got, speaking of music, you got anything in the works?
Yeah, I've got some stuff in the can I've been working on for a while, little by little, and planning on a new album release for the anniversary, but this has slowed it down. I probably had it about ready to go by now because I wanted to get it out ahead of our anniversary. September the 8th will be our 42nd anniversary at the club.
Happy anniversary, buddy.
And I want to release this album, I'm going to call it 50 Years of Bobby Mackey.
Great title.
And so, but on that same album, David Barry and I did that, I Like Merle, I Like Jones. I love that song. I love that song.
Well, you know, you guys, you two have become extremely close, and
Yeah.
and you know David, and David knows you, and you
Yeah.
two guys can just work extremely well.
And I've seen him grow in leaps and bounds.
You know, and
You have to.
and that's one of the neat things is to watch somebody. You know.
When I first heard from him, he was 13 years old, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's close to 19 now.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing, but he's talented.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he's pretty much self-taught too.
Yeah.
I started getting tweets from him. I was on Twitter and I started getting tweets from him. And you know, when Nick Groff and some of the Ghost Adventure guys, when they were coming down the
Right.
club there quite a bit, well,
Right.
Nick still does, but when they were doing the Ghost Adventure thing, and they had a convention there one day, and I didn't go down there. I was at home. I wasn't there, but David was kind of into the paranormal a little bit, and he had his dad bring him down there that day, and he'd already liked my music, and he had his dad get all my albums. He had a whole handful of albums. He had his dad buy them, and his dad told me he listened to them all the way back to Ashland, Ohio, 3-hour drive. He listened to them all the way back, and he got interested in getting into music, and a neighbor, somebody next door to him, up there in Ashland, Ohio, had a little guitar, and he loaned it to David, so David learned to play on it. So he would video himself singing one of my songs that he learned off one of my albums.
Yeah.
He probably knew them all, but he would video himself and send it to me on Twitter, and I was just fascinated. I said, "Look at that, Denise! Look at this! Look at this kid! He's just he's about 3 feet high, and he was singing my songs. And one particular, I think the first one he was Jukebox Charlie
Yeah.
on that one album.
Yeah, it's Johnny Paycheck.
Yeah, it was an old Paycheck song.
Yeah.
And that's what he sent me. I was so impressed. And then, you know, we'd catch each other on Twitter there, and all of a sudden it was coming up. I believe the anniversary was not long ago. It was spring break. He tells me every year, so many years ago today, that I come down there and mention it. But he said, the spring break's coming up, and he said, if I could get my dad to bring me down, could I come down and meet you? And I said, well, yeah, sure, absolutely. So we set it up, and it was a Monday night, I think. And he met, RJ and I met him and his dad at the club. And, you know, we went up on stage, and David was fascinated with the stage.
Yeah.
And we went up there, and
It's a cool stage.
yeah, and I was playing my guitar, he was playing his, and I'd start an old country song like I thought I was going to teach him a good old country song. He'd take it away from me and start singing it himself. I don't know how that boy knew so many old country songs. But George Jones was his favorite singer,
Yeah.
Merle Haggard mine,
Right.
and that's how the song came about.
Right.
But anyway, after David, he was there, and we must have played some for a couple of hours.
Oh, yeah.
And near the end of it, I kind of took my guitar off my shoulders, and he was still playing his, and and sing a few things. And I said, here, play mine. So I took his guitar and gave him mine. He started playing it, and he just grinned all over. You know, the one he had didn't sound very good. It sounded like it had baling wire on it. You know how they used to use baling wire in the old balers and would bale hay?
Yeah.
It sounded like some baling wire on it. And I said, here, listen to this. And it was so much easier to play, you know, like
Right.
a good guitar home, you know, if you get your fingers in the right place, they play themselves.
That's,
So
I guess, I don't know.
he was
I
just
don't
so
play.
fascinated with that. He was so fascinated with it, and so I think we went and ate some pizza before they went back to Ashland, Ohio. And a couple days later, he sent me a message. A couple days later, he sent me a message. Said, what kind of guitar is that? Yours? What kind of guitar was it? He didn't even notice the name on it.
Mhm.
And I told him. He said, I'm gonna see if I can get my dad to get me one like that. Well, I love that guitar. I said, send me your address. I said, send me your address. And I got on Amazon and sent him on to his house. It's like,
Class act, Bobby.
the color was just a little different, and I was disappointed. I wanted to be just like mine, but the red color was not quite as bright as mine. But anyway, he deserved it. Anybody who worked hard like he did deserved to have a better guitar to play.
Well, you're a class act anyway, you know, I mean, you really are, you know.
Thank you.
And just, from my perspective in this business, and I would not be, naturally, we all know that, I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for sitting behind a microphone. I played music, you know,
Yeah.
but, I mean, you know, that was just something that I love to do, but all the people that I've met through this format that I get to do every Monday, and yourself and all the other friends and fans that I've made over this 8 years, you know, it's just amazing, and I'm very humbled to be able to do this stuff. I'm not a bull cropper. I don't do
We
that.
know that. We know that.
You know, I mean,
We just one day at a time, and
yeah, I speak the truth on what I love.
yeah,
You know,
and it shows though. See,
thank you.
when you
know.
do what you love, it shows.
That's very true, and I try as hard as I can. I make mistakes, but you know, I'm not perfect. There's only one that's perfect, so you know.
Yeah.
But you know, just